Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do this tarot reading for Justin Bieber. This is, I believe, my first time reading for him. I usually read for K-pop, Asian artists, but yeah, I have been getting messages about him. People want to know, how he's doing. So yeah, let's see what the cards have to say, what I can pick up from his energy and what's available for him. So yeah, let's begin. The cards that he got, we start with the Justice, we have the Fool, we have the Eight of Wands. In the middle, we have the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Then I pulled extra cards from another decks as advice. I have the card of the Queen of Cups, that the keyword is sensitivity. And then I pulled an extra card from the Oracle of Archangel Raphael, that is about healing. And the message that he got is prayer. It says, prayer, everything is going to be okay. So, yeah, very, I know he's a Pisces, but definitely the whole spread, it feels uh, very spiritual, I would say. I don't know if he had been like praying lately or if he had asked, um, uh, if he had been praying to God or asking for guidance, or if he had turned more to, spirituality or religion. Um, and I do think that this is not this is good for him. The Queen of Cups. He definitely is not a person that I would say I feel his energy being grounded. I think that this guy definitely, he's always going to challenge um what is expected of him. Um, I feel it so much with these very little cards that I have here. Like, I would even say that even law doesn't apply to him. He's not he's not grounded. He's not someone. I see that his energy, he's always floating. He's always like looking up at the sky, literally. He's not looking where he's going. He's not looking, paying attention to his surroundings or everyone around him. He's always with his head in the clouds. I would say he's an artist, the soul of an artist. And honestly, the last card is the Ace of Pentacles. So what I would say about these cards that I do have, of him probably not being, grounded or not being very stable, but somehow the Ace of Pentacles at the last as the last card, it lets me know that he's going to be okay, or that he's going to be successful at the end, or he's always going to reach um, um, success or recognition or even money, um, status. Even though I think that he doesn't want those things, he's not a materialistic person. But somehow, the Ace of Pentacles is like, he will probably launch an album very soon, or he will release something very soon that it's artistic and people will love it, even though his energy is very contradictory. And I understand maybe people are like, well, okay, what is going on with him? Is there something wrong with him? I would say he is peculiar, and I think that this is who he is, and he's not going to change. You are not going to get him to be like a very proper, rigid person, or even, I think that it's also very interesting that there's no source in here. There's no cards of communication, or that it means that he is going to open up or talk, or I don't know, write a letter, a book. He expressed himself in different ways. Probably music, probably, you know, just being this very ethereal person. He is a dreamer. He's someone that his head is in the clouds. You cannot catch him. You cannot grasp his energy and be like, oh, well, at some point, I think that he will see reality. Because I think that he lives between two worlds, and probably he's not that attached to reality, and he is okay with evading himself like this. Um, and at the same time, I'm like, he could actually have a very successful life, even if you're like, but what has he been doing? Does he have a routine? Does he have a system? Does he follow a plan? No, he doesn't. He doesn't follow a structure. He doesn't follow the rules. We start with the justice. We have the full card next to the justice. So for me, it's like he's always like even evading justice, or evading the rules. Like somehow rules escape him, or he doesn't pay attention to what is. I don't know if there's people that are like, oh, you should act like a citizen, a proper citizen. You are a man, or you are the head of the family. You are a parent now. You should be more civil. You should be more civilized. He doesn't pay attention to that. He will always be, or behave, be, or act very on the opposite of what people expect of him. He will always have these interesting behaviors, I would say, that you really feel like he's not paying attention to anyone. And it's true, he's not. He doesn't pay attention to anyone. He goes through life like this, and there's something about the cars being like, yeah, he will always look like the guy's really confused, like he's living a dream or a fantasy, or you cannot, at least in what I read for him, I cannot find justice, Justin, not justice, Justin's presence. I'm like, he's not here with us. He's in another planet, I would say, but somehow, life projects keep advancing with him being like this. So I think that there's something about the cars being like, this is who he is. He will always be this eccentric and even more. But at the end, he will get the recognition, he will get the awards, he will get the money, you know. He's not, I don't think that he's going to go broke or lose his career, at least not in this near future that I see. I don't see that far away. But I think that him being like this, a bit lost, is part of his stability. And it's also part of his success. I know it's weird because, I see the fool, I see the Eight of Wands in here, this very, abrupt, aggressive energy, maybe some news, maybe he's going to say something. I don't think that he's that communicative. He's more like he does things, he acts in a very fast way, or if he delivers a message, it's going to be very, very rapid, very unexpected, and you're like, wow, he said this, he said he's going to do this, or we saw him, that he appeared at this place and he did this, and he had this presentation, or he did this very fast. Like, I think that he's also a guy that he doesn't stay. No, there's something about maybe him having appearances at places, events, reunions, and then, it's like you see him once, and then, in a few moments he disappears. He's out of your sight. This is why I'm like, he's a great evader of, or he's very evasive. He doesn't stay that long in a place, nor a project, nor no. He's unstoppable. There's something about him being like this. Probably, his loved ones or his people, his friends, they know that he's like this, so they don't ask. There's no restriction to Justin's behavior. We also have the Seven of Cups that is very Pisces, that is very like dreamy. He gets his inspirations like this. He's always very imaginative. He's always thinking. But even in this very, um, chaotic energy, he's actually very smart. He gets his ideas, or maybe what he picks or what he selects. It comes in a form of, as a gift. It falls into his lap, and it's like, here, do you want to create? Do you want to share this with the audience? Here, this is for you. And 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 this is why I'm like, he must have like a very a spiritual connection with, I don't know if it's like God, a deity that he believes in, I don't know, but there's something just very, um like, somehow the universe, or I don't know, whoever runs this world, the God probably, is like, maybe people have been criticizing you very much, and people don't get you, and sometimes you do feel lost or confused. But here's an idea for you, or here is a possibility for you, here's a door for you. Go, do your job, share your eccentricity, share your dreams, share your aspiration, transform it in matter, like make it a reality, share it with the audience, sell it, and then you're free to go again. You can go MIA again. So he delivers. Like, I think that, I don't know, maybe fans knows this better than me, because I'm not following his career that much. But there's something about him being very successful, with what he produces. Um, and what he sells, maybe there's something about him selling something. I don't know. But he's really good. So I think that there's something about, for me, the cards are like, the man is okay. Also, we have the Queen of Cups, that the keyword is sensitivity. So see, for me, I think that, um, from what I see it, I'm not worried. I see these cards and I'm like, yeah, he can confuse people. I kind of understand. He's not even a responsible person. I would say he's very messy also in his decision making, or he's very forgetful. But somehow he makes it work. And with this Queen of Cups in here, the keyword sensitivity is also inviting me, inviting us, that you are listening to this interpretation, that we have to embrace that the man is sensitive. He will not get organized all of a sudden. He will not get all like a structure. He will not get all solid, or all serious, or all like in a suit and tie, and be very proper, and be very, like following the guidelines, and just being, very, rigid, and in control. No, he's floating through life, I would say. I see a lot of clouds, and I'm like, he's floating. And it's very funny, because when I see the cards, there's something about justice calling him also. The first card is the justice. So I'm like, I don't know if he has like pendant issues with justice, but I see him like not paying attention. I don't know if someone in the justice was like, we want to summon you, we want you to present yourself here, we have something to talk about with you. And he's like, no, he definitely evades them. He's like, he probably made them believe that he would show up, but then he's not going to show up. Because also, like I mentioned about communication, I don't see that this man is going to say what you people want him to say, maybe, or if you expect like a sort of a statement out of him, or if you expect him to spill the tea about certain things, he's not going to say anything, um, because he doesn't want to go there. And it's not, I don't think that this man is traumatized, even, at least not in this point in his life. The cards that he gets today are all about, him embracing that he is like this, and people should embrace it too. We have the Queen of Cups. It says sensitivity, so embrace if you are a supporter, or even if you have doubts about Justin. I would say that with the Queen of Cups, the cards of sensitivity is like, you guys should be a bit more supportive of Justin, and somehow understand his sensitivity, or understand that he is this Queen of Cups, that he is maybe unpredictable, yeah, but there's a sensitivity to what he does. He's not like the bad guy. I don't see that he goes around life, planning or thinking about like, oh, I'm going to execute this to bother people or to do this for people and to annoy people. He doesn't do things with a purpose. He just is. He goes around floating in life. Opportunities appear for him. It has always been like this. Probably he's a very lucky person when it comes to opportunities or fame. It's like, but also, the man has ideas. He has ideas. He's very, I think that probably, the older he gets, the more mature he gets, probably the more established he's going to get when it comes to music, maybe producing for others. Because, I see the Ace of Pentacles, so it's like a very successful result, but I don't see him showing up to, for example, to perform or to sing in a stadium. I think that his image is like I said, you cannot grasp his energy. He walks away, he runs away from maybe big crowds. He appears, but then he goes. So you could actually maybe, yeah, his songs, his lyrics, his voice will be recorded or it will be played in different places and it will be a success, but you will not see just in the performance, the performer. I think that he's maybe slowly trying to walk away from this, because he's like, no, I'm not interested in giving you my image, my presence, my time anymore. I given this a long time ago when I was young, when I was naive. I given my image, I given my attractive image, my youth. Now I'm not selling my image anymore. So I think that probably, there's something maybe about him trying to look very odd or very strange in his not just behavior, but maybe in the way he looks, because he wants to be a bit ugly. He wants to turn himself into an ugly person, or he doesn't want to be probably like an object of desire. So he's like, if you see me all, all messy, or all like I'm not taking care of my appearance, I'm doing this isn't a strategy. I'm doing this because I don't want to be sexualized anymore. So this is also part of him dealing with exposure. I don't see him like escaping, um, you know, hiding. No, actually, I'm like, he's about to release something very soon. If he hasn't already, maybe, people that follow him, if they are like, he has released a song or something, a material that I'm not aware of. But yeah, I see something coming, or more things from him. So he's very inspired lately. But yeah, with the card of this oracle of Archangel Raphael, that is all about healing, and health, and he got this message that it says, prayer, and it says everything is going to be okay. So somehow this card also is like, you prayed to God or to whoever you believe in, or whatever you believe in, you did say a prayer, you asked for my help, you asked for my assistance, and I'm here to tell you that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to work out. So if there's some health issues, or if there's something that he's worried about, he's going to be okay, or he's going to get a positive news or a positive outcome. But then again, I think that he has a very fluid relationship with praying, or with religion or believing, and definitely this is a part of him that I'm like, probably for religion is the only part of his life that I'm like, he really puts his energy down. He's like, I'm going to center myself, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to organize my thoughts. I'm going to, do this properly. Is the only aspect of his life that he's not that chaotic or he's not this disorganized. Maybe praying um, also helps him, heal maybe parts of his mind where he's a bit, not feeling that well. But honestly, the cards that I have here, guys, is that he is okay, and I believe he's going to be okay. It's just that he will always have this chaotic behavior. He's special. He's a very special person. He has a lot of charisma still. And but I don't see him suffering, nor going through something like, oh my god, like he's having nightmares, or he's having this impediment, or there's something troubling him in his mind. No, I don't see it. I see that he's being himself. So let's embrace this sensitivity of his. But yeah, I don't know much about him, so this is my first time. So if you are fans of him, or if you have been, observing, or maybe if you are aware of what he has been up to, I would like, to read you guys. If you want to leave in the comment section any kind of feedback, it would help me a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.